know, some sort of funny, exciting sort of different possible thoughts. So another dealer, actually two dealers closing down, one more potentially. So before Christmas you probably all have seen that Lady Bailey closed down, and again it wasn't really due to market and things like that, it was more just due to retirement. So another dealer disappears, but there may be another dealer quite close to home shutting down, and I thought it was only right to sort of share that information with you here and now. So over the last 12 months really, probably longer than that, staffing issues, actually getting good, loyal, sort of responsible people that really want to work. Staff has been an absolute nightmare, and we've got our main salesman at Garden Village is moving on to pastures new. A lot of people on the sales for the caravan industry, it's weekends, and that doesn't suit everybody. So after a very long time, our main salesman Mick here at the caravan place has sort of decided that he doesn't want to do the weekends anymore, and he wants to move on to pastures new. So it sort of leaves us in a bit of a predicament, because I sort of try and manage Garden Village and Gailey, oversee the both, but obviously if we haven't got a proper full-time salesperson at one or the other, it then sort of leaves us a little bit sort of short-handed. I can't give the full amount of time at one site and then neglect the other. So it sort of forced our hand a little bit, and obviously the way that the market has gone over the last 12 months, it's all been a little bit tougher. And I think when we first took Gailey on, we were obviously on a big, massive incline. A sort of market was absolutely flying, and we were unsure at the time whether to put all of the stock at Gailey or to try and run both sites. And the main reason for moving from or expanding from Garden Village is that we'd run out of space. Now over at Gailey we've got huge amounts of space, and that's where we want to grow into. So with losing our main salesperson over at Garden Village, it gives us an opportunity. You could sort of say it's maybe a bit of a hassle, but it also gives us an opportunity of actually, do we combine both sites? I think over the last 12 months what we've definitely found is that by not having quite as much stock all in one location, it's sort of spread the sales and made it a little bit more difficult. And what we have found is that people will travel from Gailey over to Garden Village and vice versa. But how about if we've got all of the stock all in one location and made life a little bit easier? And that's what I'm thinking. I've not made a 100% definite decision, but that is sort of what I'm thinking. It sort of plays into that plan. And a few people said to me at the time when we took Gailey on, why aren't you just sort of out, just lock, stock and barrel, move everything there? And one of the reasons is that we actually own the site here, so this site is ours, it's owned, and it would be nice to sort of keep both going. But by sort of forcing our hand slightly with staffing issues, I think now might just be the time that we actually move everything and we move it all to Gailey. We've then got the option to run our service centre here, so we can run all of our sort of PDIs, initial servicing etc for the caravans that come in, any repairs, jobs, from this Garden Village site, and then leave our Gailey as our sort of main site, and we'll have twice the amount of stock basically all in one location. So if you're coming to buy a caravan, everything is all in one location. So over this last couple of days I've been speaking to all the staff. We do try and run as a sort of a family, everybody sort of together, and that works at Garden Village. So everybody at Garden Village that it would affect I've been speaking to them the last couple of days and running different ideas, and does it work with them? We're not making any redundancies. Everybody that we employ is still going to be employed, and it's just literally moving locations, and it seems as though it could work. So at the moment, that is sort of what is going through my mind and what I'm thinking. And I'm still sort of in that point of, does it really make sense? And I think it does. I think by having all of the stock in one location, you've not got to travel in two locations. It gives me a bit of a headache, because our storage site is over at Garden Village, so I've still got to run our storage site, and we used to run that along the caravan sales, and it worked really well, having the storage there. But the other thing over the last 12-18 months is we've actually been looking to purchase some more land for storage. There's obviously quite a lot more, even after COVID, with a lot of people sort of giving up caravanning or not caravan, there's still the amount of people that we get for storage is phenomenal. And obviously our storage yard has been full for the last however many years, and we can only sort of use what space that we had there. So it would give us an opportunity to expand our storage. So we would have the potential that we could run our service centre from here, mainly for our own sort of work, not as an outside sort of workshop centre, but that might potentially give us options to do that as well. But it would then give us another big area that we could get about 40 or 50 storage caravans in. So it sort of works. I've not made a full decision, and I wanted to sort of come onto here, explain what my thoughts were, and obviously also then stops any wives' tales of, oh, this is happening, that's
Chinese
happening, and all the rest of it.
Not
yeah,
wives' tales.
There's all the Chinese whispers, and at least you can hear it from the horse's mouth, effectively.
I think it didn't help that we had 4 interviews lined up yesterday for a salesperson, and nobody showed up
Not
or bothered
even
to cancel or ring or anything, did they?
So trying to actually get replacement staff is an absolute nightmare as well at the minute. So as Gina says, 4 out of the people that were supposed to come for interviews yesterday didn't turn up, so another complete day wasted really. We're sort of hanging around waiting for people to come and come for interviews, and that was the sort of plan, was actually, oh, we'll just get somebody in, replace the sales. But the more then I've sort of thought about it, because I'll always go through and I'll go, right, okay, what's my backup plan? If this happens, if that happens, what could we do? And that sort of from the moment sort of Mick turned around and says, oh, I think I'm going to leave, I don't want to do the weekends anymore. From then I sort of thought, let's move everything to Gailey. I think now is the time. Stupidly, it doesn't really actually save us any money, because we're keeping all the staff on. We're going to effectively still have this site, so all the costs that we've got here. I think we save about £4,000 a month by sort of moving everything over there. So not a massive saving, but hopefully I can then sort of build that back up with the storage on this site here, and it doesn't actually cost us as much, if that makes sense. So just a thought. But if I do decide, oh, they're cleaning this one stuff. If I do decide that that's the way that I'm going to definitely do it, and I've spoke to all the staff here at Garden Village. I've not spoken to everyone at Gailey at the moment, because all that would do is just expand the situation over there. They'd just have a bigger workforce and more stock over there. So yeah, I don't know what to do, in all honesty, for sort of the best way. I don't want to rush into getting somebody just for the sake of keeping this open, because I think we'd suffer in the long run for that. So that's my thoughts. But if, as I say, if we do it, I'm literally going to do it over the next couple of weeks. So if you see that sort of a notice goes up and we say, right, yeah, we're definitely going to close the Garden Village site for sales, everything is moving to Gailey, so that will be our main sort of sales site. And as I say, next week's video will probably reveal what my thoughts are, and I think it sort of boils down to if we can get somebody really good on the sales that we could bring into Garden Village, I might not do, but even if I do, I don't know. I think even if we got somebody, if we found somebody, the more that I've thought about it, the more it makes sense to actually move everything to Gailey and have all the stock in one place. We're literally a couple of minutes off the M6 motorway. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Does it make sense?
And also people that have been to both. Yeah,
where is easier. And again, we had it originally where we sort of did both sites, and some people actually says, oh, can we not just pick it up from Gailey? I know I'm buying the caravan from Garden Village, but I prefer Gailey. I'd rather pick it up from there. So I think it depends where you're located as to what makes it easier. So some people, Gailey won't be as easy, but swings and roundabouts. But I think from a business point of view, to have all of our stock in one location makes sense. And it also then gives me a little bit more control over what's going on, what's happening. I suppose by splitting myself over the two sites, obviously Mick, who was at the Garden Village, he's always run things as I've wanted it, so he's always sort of been a second version of me in effect. He's always done as I've wanted things, and I think I'm worried that by taking somebody else new on, that they're not necessarily going to do things that way, and I think that's sort of forced my hand a little bit. But I think actually it might just be for the right reason and actually be the best decision to make. So yeah, lots of stock. It would give us more chance as well. Obviously still over at Garden Village we're still restricted a little bit on space here, so over the next 12 months as we grow even more, it would have been the case that Gailey would have grown further, but it might just be that we can actually move everything over there and speed up that process. I think we will, with having more stock there, we will sell more. So let me know in the comments. Bit of a shock, a bit of a shock for myself even, to be fair, but the more that I've thought about it, as I say, the more that it makes sense. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. You've heard it here first. We might be closing down at Garden Village, but as I say, everything would move over to Gailey, same service would go in. I don't think it would make any difference for customers, because it would only be internal sort of servicing work that would come over to Garden Village and then go back over to Gailey. So it wouldn't make any difference in that sense of things. And again, if you've bought from Garden Village, your warranty's still all there. It's just you'd go to Gailey, or we've got the service centre here, so you could always bring it. We can sort something out basically. So yeah, bit of a change for 2025. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark at the Caravan Place, and we'll see you next week.